In collaboration with Tidal, Illy presents What's Love, a show where we travel to your favorite artists to try and answer this very question. Hayley Kiyoko is a singer, songwriter, actress, dancer, and director. She does it all. She recently released her debut studio album, Expectations, and has directed a handful of her own music videos, including the massively successful Girls Like Girls, which has garnered nearly 90 million views. Hey, I'm Erica Ramirez from Illy, and we're at the Roxy. We're about to meet up with Hayley Kiyoko. So we're at the Roxy. Tell me a little bit why this place is special to you.
Well, I did my very first concert here in 2013. So the Roxy has really kind of been there during this growing period of my career. And what was so special about this place is in 2016 when I performed here, I was singing Girls Like Girls, and I'm very open with my sexuality, and I'm singing all these songs about girls. And it's crazy because when I look back in 2013, when I first performed here, I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was I knew who I was, I just didn't want people to know that I liked girls, and so she gave me a bouquet of roses, but gave it to me in the parking lot because I didn't want people to know. So it's crazy to look at that journey just of myself and self-discovery and self-confidence of literally having a girlfriend hiding, giving me flowers, to being on stage and singing about girls and flirting with girls. And so, there's been a lot of growth here.
There was a lot of firsts. Throughout that entire experience. What was your most memorable first besides that story?
My most memorable first is getting my heart broken for the first time when I was 16. Asking if she was gonna kiss me, and she said no, and I was devastated. My sister was driving the car, and I was it was out of a movie where I was sobbing in the passenger seat. Everything's moving in slow motion, and I felt like the world was ending. And so that's a very memorable first.
That sounds
being turned down.
What was the lesson you learned, at least at that time? What, it was 16, so.
Honestly, when I look back at all of my experiences just with girls, that my instincts are always right, and every time I felt like someone was making me feel crazy, I wasn't crazy, and my instincts were true, and they did like me, and and there was all these, I would always question my instincts, and it's something that I've learned to trust, really.
You mentioned a lot of feeling too much or over communicating. When is too much a good thing, and when is it a bad thing?
It's a good thing in the sense of I feel like communicating is a very important thing to be able to do. I mean, sometimes it becomes a bad thing when someone needs space and time to kind of process things, and so that's when I get in trouble, because I'm hey, talk to me, and sometimes you just need to give someone a moment, because people process things differently than me. I think a common thing also with at least love in a romantic sense is you feel like you're too much but not enough because of how the other person is interacting with you. I definitely have a deep-rooted thing of not feeling enough, and when it's not reciprocated, then I take that, oh well, I'm not enough. So I think that that's something that everyone can relate to. Just really just wanting to be validated when someone doesn't respect you and is listening to you and what you need or how you feel. I feel like that's a point of I need to maybe walk away, because if they're not respecting me, they don't respect themselves, and what kind of foundation is that?
You also saying this a lot of dating or being interested in a friend. How do you know when to actually move on that? To actually act on it, on this interest, if it's a friend?
Again, it's with instincts. I normally verbal.
So you need someone to be I like you.
I'll be I'll talk to my friends, and I'll be yeah, well, she did this and she
Right.
did this, and they're like, she likes you. I'm like, well, I don't know.
But is it like it's the fear of getting rejected, right? Of
Yeah,
like,
totally,
yeah,
totally.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and when you care, it's like my heart.
So you need someone to say it in order to
I
just
need
like
someone
act
to be
on
like,
it.
I like you.
Have you ever said it first?
I always say it first.
You're like, and that
I'm
is
always
why.
like, I like you. What's going on?
Yeah.
Looking through the text and all the photos, but don't you worry, I can handle it.
All right, let's ask some fan questions.
Okay, let's do it.
First question: what should I do if I fall in love with a straight girl? Run or fight for it? Your face.
I'm the wrong person.
Your face itself.
I'm the wrong person to ask that question because I go after.
You go after
I
it.
go after girls, but something that I've learned is you know what? It's situational.
Right.
It's situational because if someone likes you and are giving these moves, I mean, they're not that straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but if obviously someone
Yeah.
is straight, then you can't change someone.
All right, so the next question: how did you come out to your family? I'm bi and I really don't know how to tell my sister, but my parents already know.
I think when you're trying to come out to yourself and other people, you care about how people are gonna perceive you
Right.
and look at you, and you don't want them to look at you any different because you aren't.
Right.
It's just a part of who you are. So I think that you have to trust and know that they love you, and maybe if their reaction isn't the best, that they will come around.
Yeah.
And it's important to surround yourself with supportive people.
How was your experience with your family?
It was hard in the beginning, and,
Right.
and then they came around, and it's they're very supportive. I mean, I'm singing on the stage, making out with girls in music videos,
And they're like,
Yeah.
listen.
But I remember it being hard for me to come out to like certain friends because I didn't want them to look at me any different.
Right. So a lot of people say that you find someone when you're not looking. Has this happened for you, and would you advise others to not be so stressed out about dating and just let the one come to you?
I really think it's so important to focus on yourself.
Yeah.
And if you meet someone, great. But like, I'm currently single right now, and I feel like it's so great because I'm able to really work on myself and become a better person. And sometimes people do that through relationships as well. But I think when you're like seeking and searching, you kind of get in your head a little bit. So I think it's good to focus on you. Like when you're confident internally, that aura, that essence is like around you, and people are just attracted to you.
So one last question. Describe love in 3 words.
Respect, trust, and compassion.
Ooh.
I would say.
We're all done.
Yay.
Unless you want to talk about more love, but
No.
I'm here. You're like,
I hope I gave some good advice.
no, you're